It's estimated between 14 and 16 veterans die by suicide across the country each day. That's according to the Suicide Prevention Program Manager at the James H. Quillen VA Medical Center.
As we near the end of Suicide Prevention Month, News Channel 11's Ansley Daniel spoke with the suicide prevention team at the Mountain Home campus about what they do to help veterans right here in our region.
Yeah, Sarah and Casey, Autumn Lowry is the Suicide Prevention Program Manager at the VA there at Mountain Home. She tells me that number is actually down from a few years ago when it was at 22. But she and her team at the VA work every day to try to get that number down to 0.
It is just as vital to talk about suicide as it is any other terminal illness, right? Because suicide is absolutely preventable.
The time between the thought to die by suicide and going through with it is oftentimes very quick.
We are trying to put distance, time and distance between the person and the means that they choose. If we take the means they're thinking of and just keep it safe or keep it safer, right? It's just about safe storage, a safer way to have it. We can prevent suicide that way.
Those are just some of the ways Autumn Lowry and her team in suicide prevention work to help the veterans at the VA.
We look at things like chronic pain. We look at things like impulsivity, so folks who have more or less impulse control, more problem with impulse control.
Suicide prevention is involved in every department within Mountain Home.
You may be being seen in audiology, for example. You may be getting your hearing aids checked, but if you have a flag on your chart, it tells the audiology team like they may just be here for their hearing aids, but we may need to check in on them.
When I got home, I started drinking a lot.
Charlie Anderson was one of those who was struggling after he got home from combat in Iraq.
Snapped my neck in 2 places, got evac to Kuwait International Hospital. They diagnosed it incorrectly. I come back, do the entire deployment with a fractured neck, and then messed up my knee while I was in, so ended up having to have knee surgery as soon as I come home.
Those injuries ended his career in the Marine Corps, so he couldn't go back to war. The physical struggles fueling the mental ones.
Horrible things that happen, and you question, could I have helped that? Could I have changed that? Could I have done something different? I had a really hard time being a husband and a father at that point. I didn't want to be around anybody. I wanted to self-isolate.
He attempted to take his own life several times. The most recent, November of last year.
Luckily, I had gotten a phone call right before. That one phone call saved my life, and it was my son.
He's been in several programs and says his plan of care from the VA has been a big help. And now he's working with fellow veterans as a peer support specialist.
I give them an ear. Somebody to talk to, somebody to complain to, somebody to, to vent, to get that out, to express themselves, and reaffirm them that they are worth it. They are, that it is normal. It is normal to feel the way you're feeling.
Normalizing those conversations among veterans and their caregivers is vital too.
We're not going to prevent it without talking about it and treating it, and we're certainly not doing anyone any favors by not making it safe to have those conversations.
Autumn also has lived experience caring for veterans herself. She was a caregiver for her Korean War veteran grandfather as a teen. That's part of why she's so passionate about what she does there at the VA. If you or someone you know is struggling, call 988 for help. And if you're a veteran, be sure to press 1 because Autumn and her team directly respond to those calls within our area.